Let it ride out. Welcome to the Meld. Different lanes, same road, we just vibing. Every voice got a weight, no one hiding. From the deep talks to the wild and the petty, it's a pot full of stories and the crew stay ready. Pour it up, let the truth come spill. No filter, just feel what you feel. Ain't no script, we just talk, we just chill. From the heart to the heat, yeah, we keep it real. This the Meld, welcome to the Meld, where the voices all blend and the stories get held. From the calm to the loud, from the broke to the wealth, we just vibe, we collide and we ride. It's the Meld. 808s in the soul, we don't miss. Side talk, deep cuts, all hits. No cap, just facts, no scripts. The Meld go hard and we lit, that's it. Different lives, one mic. Different truth, one night. You bring the flame, we bring the light. Let it all blend, let it feel right. This the Meld, welcome to the Meld. Kick back, unwind, let the stories be spelled. It's a vibe, it's a ride, every truth gets felt. So press play, stay a while. You just tuned in to the Meld.
And we're live.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, Patrick?
How you guys doing?
Hey, I'm doing well, Patrick. Not as well as you, as usual.
As per usual.
As per usual, but I'm doing well.
That's awesome. Okay. Welcome back to another episode of The Meld. My name is Chris. This guy here is Jerry.
And I'm Patrick.
So what we wanted to do real quick at the beginning of the show is at the end of, we made some promises during episode 0, the last episode, and, when we were doing a lot of housekeeping and stuff. It was a great episode. We had a lot of fun with it. And unfortunately, we're new at this. We botched we weren't able to save the clips. So I know we told everybody we were going to send out the YouTube clips and videos, and we were unable to do that. But we're moving forward, we're able to. We fixed the glitch. So we did want to use this episode now as a brief intro for anybody who comes in late and wants to kind of know what we're about. So again, my name is Chris. Just a rundown, man. I dropped out of high school at an early age, started working full time, ended up in construction, ended up in project management, and now I'm a building inspector. And I just met a lot of great people, had a lot of fun times along the way. And that's kind of what we're about, like the different people that we meet throughout our lives, figuring out where we're going. It doesn't always work out the way you plan it. Sometimes if you don't plan it at all, it works out even better. You're just never going to know. So if we share all of our ideals and experiences, I think it's helpful for everybody. That's kind of where I'm coming from, Jer.
Same with me. Get some.
Did you drop out of high school too?
I did.
Oh, did you really? I didn't know that.
I did drop out of high school, and then I did some other stuff and did different things. So consequences.
Patrick is probably not a high school dropout.
I am not.
With that haircut.
I am the opposite. So grew up with as you can say, a tiger mom, right? So went to after school programs ever since I was in elementary school. I didn't really have a actual summer. I never had fun during the summer. My summer was always packed with schooling, actually. So ever since I was in 3rd grade. So went to high school, obviously, and then from there, again, every summer went through after school programs, went through summer schools, and then graduated from high school, went to college, got my BS in biology, and then a minor in business, and decided was going to go into med school because, as most Asian parents are, they're like, you could either be a lawyer, you could be a doctor, or you can be an engineer. So I decided to become a doctor, but obviously that wasn't my forte. And then eventually decided to go into business. Now of the largest companies in the world, doing retrofits. So materials handling retrofits and robotics. Yeah. So.
Awesome. Now, what's a what is a Tiger Mom like a helicopter mom? What is that?
I guess so. I guess you can say that. So there's a saying, Tiger Mom, where they actually, or I guess mothers or parents, they watch over you. They pretty much make sure that you do well in school. They have access to pretty much every single social aspect of your life. Every single minute you're doing something that involves building your future. And that's essentially how it was.
So like a helicopter, they're always hovering over you.
Yeah, for sure.
Right on.
Jared, I don't know if you can help. I'm not seeing like the same comments on the right. It says log in or something. So I don't know if we've got anybody in. It's like different than it was last week. So I don't know if there's something I can click over here to fix that.
Might just be nobody commenting.
No, it says live viewer comments show up on StreamYard. This is an example. Last time I could see how many people were in there and stuff. There's fire exits. Okay, there we go. That's fire. All right. All right, good. So all right. So I guess that's a pretty good for an intro and tidying up the
we got a live comment.
Oh, nobody's ceiling fan is on though.
Yeah, you dick-ass.
Weird. Such a weird.
It's well, I'm in California, so
that makes sense. Now the comment makes sense.
But it's not on though.
It's not on because the room is awesome.
He's turn the light off. I think he's saying turn the light off, maybe.
Oh, you want me to turn the light off? Is it too bright?
Who is that? Is that Jeff?
I don't know. So all right. So work. We've all it is the light. Yeah.
Fucking Patrick. Where are you in LA?
Patrick with this guy's lights. What is this guy doing over here?
Are you in California, Patrick?
I'm in California right now.
Good. All right, let's move on. Fuck the comments. Got no time for this mess.
Yeah, so work, we all deal with people that are
they can be.
I don't like to we're all kind of dumbasses, you know what I mean? We all do stupid shit. Yeah. And I don't like to, we're not about I'm not, you might be actually.
I'm not about
you're kind of about finger waggling a little bit. But I'm not really about finger waggling so much, but we all deal with people that are
stupid.
Just kind of dumb, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Hey, stupid.
I remember when I was a project manager and we were working on bids, and the way it works is, without getting too much into the minutia, you get a lot of prices from all the different trades, from like demolition, drywall, right? Okay. So Patrick, you're like in logistics, so you deal with prices from different vendors. And it's the same concept, right? Only it's just contractors.
Less coke.
Maybe not. So, you got to, like I said, the bids due at 2:00. You got to get all the numbers in. You got to vet them. You got to make sure they're right. You got to put them in the presentation and then submit that right at 2:00 against your other general contractors or whatever. We had a marketing department, and they would, we would get the numbers in. We'd vet them. We'd put our exclusions, inclusions, and all the stuff into our proposal, and then we would send it down to marketing. Right, and then they would put the proposal together and submit it, all dolled up.
It's like a little package.
It's like a little package there. And I remember her name. Well, I'll just call her Claire because I think that's what her name was.
You remember her name?
Yeah, because this is pretty dumb. She we're upstairs.
What about Cindy O'Farrell?
We're upstairs at the who's that?
That's Wendy's sister. What got herpes or got pregnant from the toilet seat.
That was her name. I forgot her name was Cindy.
That's it. That's who you're talking about?
Not at all. But that's fun. That's somebody else, though. That's somebody else that I didn't even think about talking about today.
She's not real bright.
I didn't even know you knew her. Oh, but you worked at Folky for a minute.
She had great tits.
So,
but
other
than that,
yeah, I mean that was like 20 years ago, though.
Yeah, not that great anymore, I guess.
That'd be my guess. So we call down to Claire to let her know, like, I got a group of people in here just on the phones, just like talking to contractors and stuff, ready. Yeah, double fisting. And I call down to Claire to make sure like she gets some of the exclusions right.
Logistics.
But I got to whisper, like I'm on the phone whispering because like everybody else is on their phones talking to people. So I'm like, hey Claire, make sure you exclude, the off hours because we're not doing this job off hours. And Claire's like, okay, I'll do that. And I said,
She whispered.
She whispered back to me. I'm like, Claire, you don't have to whisper. I'm only whispering because there's other people in the room with me. And she's like, oh okay. So sometimes we just have these stupid people that we work with, and that doesn't make them bad people. They're just dumb.
Yeah. It's it's a tough thing to deal with sometimes.
You ever dealt with stupid people, Jerry?
Well, I did. I've been doing construction for a long time,
Yeah,
and when I started doing it on my own, I was the boss, and I was the one. I was the stupid person. And I asked this one kid. I said, "Hey, during the interview process, do you know how to use power tools?" Yes, hell yes, I do. I'll use this saw and that saw and this drill and that drill, and I'll work it up crazy. And then
right there, that's a red flag. Right there, that's a red flag.
Bingo. You hit the nail right on the button. So then he goes to cut a piece of wood and he almost cuts his damn thumb off.
Okay.
And I say, "What are you doing?" "I don't know. The fucking thing didn't work right." It was a whole situation. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, if you trust somebody, and because someone comes under your employee or around your employee, you automatically give them like 80% of your trust.
Well, and they tell you like they know a lot of stuff too to get the job.
Aside from what they're telling you, like you automatically, oh, this guy knows what he's doing. He's been vetted. He went through the process.
Yeah.
And then he comes and tries to cut his fucking thumb off, and it's just like
he couldn't even do that right.
Yeah, it barely even bled at all.
It's funny you mentioned Cindy because she's the
she got herpes from a toilet seat. Or
she that's crazy.
She got pregnant.
I don't know anything about that, but she did talk about ringworm one time.
Maybe it was ringworm.
She was the first person that I had to fire, and it was. I always feel. I mean, I guess we were talking 20 something years ago. I was about like 25 years old, 24 years old, I think, and I had like a lower middle management position in the estimating department at this. It was Falke Inc. was the name of the company as a general contractor.
Doing a lot of nose candy too.
I did none of that shit, man. But there is a lot of that in the industry. Yeah. There's a lot of that in a lot of industries too, though.
Yeah.
And she, I don't know, she had a beef with me. I don't know if it was an age thing or what. She had a few years on. She was probably
probably the color of your skin.
I don't blame her, but she was also white.
Yeah, but she wasn't really white.
She had a lot of ghetto issues, I guess, if that's what you're.
I don't know if ghetto is the opposite of white, but yeah.
Oh, hey, look at, oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Somebody named Marque Doyle or something was in the chat. I don't know.
Really?
Jared just said something.
What do you think?
So anyway,
that's my mom.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So she would beef with me all the time. Like she would, part of the job was to, call up contractors and asking them if they're bidding. You don't even need to know anything about construction. In fact, this is when I learned how to read plans because I hated not knowing what I was talking about.
Well, she was the kind of girl that would say what had happened was.
Yeah. She was very standoffish, but she wasn't doing anything. So I had she wasn't doing her job. Like and then finally one day I had to call all these people that she had just told me she called. And I looked at her right in the eye and I called him like, "Hey Ted, did you talk to Cindy?" "No." "Oh, you didn't talk to Cindy?" Because she just told me that she talked to you. I had to do that for like 15 people before she flips out. I mean, I had to do that. Like this is a long months and months of just trying to find ways to work with her, trying to hey, what can we do for you? Like what's wrong? Why are you showing up late? Okay, whatever. And she was just disrespectful. And finally, my boss was like, "Okay, well."
She was also very well endowed.
A lot of the project managers rotated towards her. Yeah. At the time, but I wasn't into that, man. I just wanted to get my job. I didn't want to get fired because she couldn't do her job. You know what I'm saying? Because it was all under me. Right. So, my boss is like, "Well, you got to fire her." I'm like, "Well, what?" I'm just new at this. You know what I mean? It was one of the biggest fears I had when I got a management position, when I was younger, was having to, let somebody go.
Yeah.
It was always something you never want to do, but in hindsight, and this is.
So on that topic, have you ever gotten trained to actually fire someone or to let them go?
Yes.
easily.
So this is what a training was. This is what Kevin told my boss at the time. Told me, he said, "All right, here's all you got. All you got to do." It's like, Kevin, I've never, he's like, I know you've never done anything like this before, but it's really easy. I'm not going to say anything. You're going to do all the work. I said, "What the fuck, man?" He's like, "Yeah, you just sit in there." HR lady's going to say, we are no longer in need of your services. You have to leave at the end of this meeting.
Security will meet you at your desk.
You don't have to say shit. So that was my training. I just sat in the room while actually the HR lady fired her. I had to say your services are no longer required. That was all I had to say.
That was his legal obligation.
That was it, I guess. I don't know how it worked, but that was the first time I had to fire somebody. And I'll say this, it wasn't hard at all. Like
he enjoyed it.
I didn't really enjoy it, but like sometimes your employee will make it easy for you. Yeah. Like you try everything you can. You've tried different approaches. You've tried, to be nice to him. You tried to be mean to him. You tried to tough love.
You tried the carrot.
And it ended up with a stick, man. Yep. So it's funny. It's funny you bring her up because I didn't. I forgot her name.
Cindy O'Farrell.
I don't know the last name, but
I just told you.
Is that still the last? I don't know.
I'm sure it is. She's not married.
She's not married.
So I had something very similar to that as well, where I had to fire not just one employee, but several employees. And it's just due to pretty much their performance issue. And then, legally, you have to show or the company has to show that they are trying to bring the employee back to
the 3-ring binder.
We call it the PIP.
The
right?
Performance Improvement Plan.
Improvement Plan.
Yeah. And you're out. You get one of those, dude. You might as well just fucking pack it up, dog. You're done.
You might as well start. Yeah. So this is actually in my 2 jobs ago. I was a sourcing, I was a I guess you could say replenishment manager, regional replenishment manager. I had buyers that report to me, senior buyers, and cost analysts that reported to me for a food service company. And there were 2 buyers that were underperforming, right? They cannot buy. They always overbuy. We always end up spoiling out lots of food. And they just couldn't do their math, right? And it got to a point where I actually literally built a spreadsheet, and I was like, hey, this is the spreadsheet. Plug in these numbers. And it outputs this number. Use that number. Buy. That's it. Simple enough, right? These 2 buyers couldn't even figure those numbers out, right? Yep. It got to a point where I was like, all right, I'm gonna put them on a PIP, right? Went to HR, told them like, hey, we have these 2 buyers that are, obviously costing us a lot of money. The shrink was over. We do it by percentage, right? Percentage of revenue sales. It was over 5%, which is significant in terms of shrink, and we need to bring them down to below 1%. And I was just like, okay, that's not possible. I don't think it's possible. But yeah, so we ended up putting them on a PIP, or I actually put them on a PIP. And when I put them on a PIP, I had to have HR, similar to your situation, have HR, or actually have another party present in the meeting room
to
present the performance. Yes, to be the witness, right?
Yep.
And then
and this is not to cut you off. This is good, I think, information for people to have who've not been here before.
Of course,
like,
what I'm saying? We're taking notes on it right now.
So yes, and there's a legal document that is presented to the employee, but then there's also another, I guess you could say, background document that's presented to me on things that I can say and things I cannot say. So I'll give an example, right? One of the employees is having some health issues, right? And that's the reason why she's not that good at buying. However, we can't remove her from the company or fire her from the company due to health reasons, right? So during the performance improvement plan meeting, you cannot mention anything regarding her health.
Yeah. Yep.
Nothing about her health, because if you bring that word into the into the meeting,
Oh,
then legally she can say, she's being discriminated because of her health, right? So, but unfortunately, it's her health that's also causing the problem, right?
Exactly.
So it's that gray area where it's like, okay, you're not really fit for this job, but we have to let you go, not because of your health, it's because you are unfit for the job. Okay, very fine line.
On that same point, at the same job at Falke 20 years ago, actually, it was after Falke went out of business. It was PCM Builders. We started a new company,
PCM.
And if you remember, we rolled it wasn't PDFs and shit. Like you rolled plans, like construction drawings, right? Big thick rolls of plans, paper everywhere. We were looking for somebody to fill a position that would require them to operate this fucking printing press to print these big drawings.
They're large format.
And the HR department, they were trying to fill. Dude, this is so ridiculous. I'm not making this shit up.
This is silly. Check this out.
You don't even know what I'm going to say. They were trying to, I guess, check boxes or something. I don't know. It's all in good. I mean, it's all in good faith, I guess. But they didn't understand the assignment. So the first person that they brought in was a little person. They couldn't reach they couldn't operate the machine.
They couldn't reach it. They physically little.
But they were unable. They were physically incapable of doing the work. And so the next person that they tried to bring in was somebody. They called in and said they were going to be a little bit late because they were waiting on their
step stool,
their accessible van to pick them up because they're in a wheelchair. And it was like, holy shit, man. We didn't even know. Now it's like speaking of gray areas, like there is the legal gray area of like not hiring somebody because they're not capable of doing the job.
Then on the same token, there's the legal gay area. What if those people are gay?
But that's okay. So that's fine. Okay, they can be gay.
I don't mind it.
I don't mind it. It's cool. You know what?
I'm an advocate.
You are an advocate for gay. Actually, matter of fact, Jared, do you have that picture I sent you? That I didn't.
Gay picture.
It's not gay, Jerry, and I didn't send it to you, but you are in it. The common courtesy of calling the guy back and saying, "Look."
That's pretty gay.
Totally not gay at all, dude. It's just two bros.
No, it's gay in the good way.
We're just broing out, and God, that was a long time ago.
It's like 4 days.
No, all I see is that's best bros. That's best bros right there.
What did he say? It's gross.
No, bros.
Weren't you raped by some big gorilla?
That was last week's episode, man. We don't need to bring up old shit.
Sorry, Patrick.
Or give the guy the common courtesy to be like, yo,
reach around.
We've casting couch, exactly. I don't really remember that night very well, actually, now that you bring it up. Or give the guy.
My mom's watching. I can't do it.
Give the guy the.
Sorry, Mom.
You want me to do it?
Sorry, Mom.
The common courtesy of calling the guy back and saying, "Hey, look, we filled the position. Don't waste his time to come out here
and fuck around and reach around
and tell him, sorry, not sorry." So I mean, it is a gray area on what we're not rejecting you or firing you or not hiring you because of your disability. It's your disability that prevents you from performing the task.
Hey, Jared, play that next topic sound. What's the topic sound that we have to switch topics?
You want to switch topics?
No, I'm just curious.
You just want to hear what it sounds like?
All right.
It's not bad.
That's pretty good.
But now it's like a boy who cried wolf thing. Are we switching topics? Or
I guess Jared thought the topic was a little bit dead.
No, he's in that because you told him to.
Huh?
What?
Well, I guess for the sake of argument, we'll just switch topics.
All right.
Let's talk about being gay.
Yeah, I mean, those are the good old days. Yeah, so there was no London bridging or anything going on that day? I don't remember.
I can tell you about the London Bridge.
Nah, you told us about it last week. We don't want to hear it. I don't think it's appropriate.
Yeah. All right, so next topic should be superpowers, I think.
Okay, well, what do you do? All right, so work can be stressful.
It can.
What do you do when you get home from work?
What do I do?
Yeah, you work, right?
I have a job.
Okay, all right.
My thing is one of two things, and they're both equally gratifying.
Okay.
I hope that doesn't belittle one of them, but I like to spend time with my granddaughter. My granddaughter loves to see me, and when I get home, she's like, "Pep, Pep,
Yeah,
let's go.
Feels
It's time. We got to play Candy Lane or whatever." And then,
all right, go ahead. Go ahead.
and then we'll play, and then
Candy Lane.
Candy Lane.
Okay, all right.
Sometimes she'll get sick of me. She'll be like, "Pep, Pep." She gets really nervous about like offending me. She'll be like, I think I'm just gonna go play in my room by myself.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah, and that's when I know that I wasn't playing up to my Pep standard. But generally, that's my go-to unwind. After that, if she's not around, if she's doing a track meet or whatever granddaughters do when they're not around their peps, then I will go to the garden and I'll do some gardening.
Mm-hmm.
And then
you did a motion there. Was that for the people listening? What is that motion?
Well, it's I smoke cannabis.
Oh, okay, all right.
I consume cannabis.
Yeah, I look like my okay. Yeah,
and then I get in the right headspace, and then I can actually do some real gardening, and I check my plants and stuff, and then ultimately I'll either make something to eat, or I'll just go and play my game, and my game is GTA. That's it.
Are you excited about GTA 6?
I am, and I'm not.
Okay.
I'm torn because I know there's going to be a bunch of fluff, like right when it comes out, and I know there's going to be like a bunch of bugs to figure out, and apparently it's not going to be like instant online access. It's just going to be like story mode, which is fine.
That's how GTA 5 was when it first launched.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you know it was delayed?
Huh?
They announced that it was delayed.
May 26 or May 2026.
May of 2026.
Yep. Yeah. But it doesn't matter. Like I'm on my path.
If you didn't expect it to be delayed, you've not been paying attention. You know what I mean? There has not been a Grand Theft Auto game that wasn't delayed.
That wasn't anticipated and delayed.
Yeah, they've every one of them has been delayed.
Yeah, by design.
Probably.
I mean, I'm sure there's some bugs and stuff they have to work out, but it's the old give the people what they want, and what the people want could only be the senseless slaughter of the gutter slime that riddles this nation for cash and prizes. So put a weight on it.
Yeah.
Thank you, old man.
Is that old man coming?
Yeah, it looks like you got a gardening friend.
Who's that?
That's Juicy Tinks.
Who's Juicy Tinks?
The person right there on the thing.
This Jared character should send me that sound.
Oh yeah, you got to scroll down a little bit.
All right. Well, who's up? What's up, Juicy Tinks?
Says I garden too.
I don't know if you garden.
Okay.
All right, Jared. Let's talk about a few times that you've encountered illicit drugs.
Jared or Patrick?
I mean Patrick, not Jared. Jared.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea, man. When's the last time you tripped your balls off?
Jared's consumed some things in his time.
I was gonna say there's a lot of times that I have done that, but I won't tell anybody.
You smoked him out.
So I've actually never done it. Never done it.
What? Come on.
No way.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you sure about that? That's why?
I am
crazy.
100% sure. Well, actually, I had.
Okay. Now we're talking.
Here we go.
I drink alcohol. Yeah, I drink beer. That's it.
All right. Well, give us a story. Come on.
So,
tell us the time you woke up with slugs in your mouth and your watch was missing.
That actually never happened. That's actually never happened.
What?
I have a story though. I do have a story.
All right, let's hear it.
So,
let's hear Patrick's drunk story.
I was born and raised in California. I was born and raised Southern California, right?
Where are you now?
And I'm in Southern California. At my parents' place, actually. So I was born and raised in Southern California. Went to UCI, and then one of the big things like back then, since I'll give you a quick backstory. Again, Tiger mom, everything. Didn't really have fun. Went to college and realized I have something called freedom. Never understood what freedom was until I went to college. Started partying my ass off. Literally the first day I got there. Right?
Which is a common story.
Yes. I partied my ass off, lost my scholarship, but that's a whole nother story.
Oh no shit! Wait, hold on.
Well, let's hear the first story. The first story might be better.
Let's double click on the lost my scholarship part.
We'll put a book. Jared, put a bookmark on that story.
All right.
How did you lose your scholarship, dude?
So when I was in high school, again, super nerdy. I was really good with math.
No way.
That adds up.
I finished Calculus 2 in high school. I was actually in math competitions, science competitions. I mean, AP classes, you name it. But in one of my math competitions, it's sponsored by Brown University. You get a full ride to any public university in California, Wisconsin, or pre-acceptance to Brown University, right? So did really well, placed top 1%, which got me the scholarship. Not number one. There was like, I think like 10 people with me that was placed. So these 10 people, including me, got pre-sentence to any public university. So any UCLA, UCI, UC Riverside, any of that public university colleges, full ride, everything paid for, as in tuition.
We want to know how you lost
housing.
that.
You know what? We should bypass this and talk about his virginity instead.
No, we're good on that one.
I was at a club called Rage.
So I was at this club.
No, definitely not Club Rage. Anyways, got my scholarship. First quarter at UCI, realized I can party my ass off literally every night. So that's what I did. I went to parties literally every night. There's a minimum requirement with that scholarship. You have to maintain a 3.0 GPA. I got my first 2 Ds in my life that quarter.
At the same time?
I got 2 Ds, yeah. 2 Ds.
Mom was fucking pissed. What'd your mom say?
2 Ds.
Let's go on the segue and see what your mom said about the Ds.
2 of these nuts.
Oh,
bitch.
she was livid. She was livid. Like I felt like I was gonna get disowned. Let's put it that way.
She was not happy.
No, she was not happy. Lost my scholarship. Had to take out student loan. In order to pay for tuition. But that actually got me into where I'm at now, which is very funny.
California.
No. It got me into the industry or the career I'm at right now, because I was pre-med back then, right?
Yeah,
I was
he's not a doctor.
planning to become a doctor. What ended up happening was that actually changed my trajectory. I learned about drop shipping, and then learning how to make money on the side, because I wasn't working.
Making money on the side?
None of that.
Just 1 D
at a time.
None of that. But yeah, that's how I got into business. But yeah. But anyways, yeah.
So you got drunk then?
So yes.
I bookmarked it. I remembered.
So I'll tell you a quick story. During college, we call these suicide runs. So So these called suicide runs because a group of us friends would get together. We're all poor college kids, right? So Friday, like whoever had the last class on Friday, we usually get together after that and then jump into one car and drive to Vegas. We change into clubbing clothes and everything. We drive to Vegas, and on the way there, obviously we were pre-gaming it, and everything. We get to Vegas, party all night, going to clubs and so forth, and then we drive back the next morning. Like after the club closes, we drive back. So we call it suicide runs because we don't actually stay there. We drive there and drive back. Okay, so it's about 3 to 4 hour, I'd say closer to 4 hour drive, just because of the traffic that we deal with. Yep. But yeah, that's generally like what we do during college, right? It's just called suicide runs, and we do it like almost every weekend. Well, I have a story where I got really drunk. One night, right?
Now we're talking.
I was in a club and just hanging out with friends, but then my friends decided to buy shots, right? And he knew the promoter So he got shots for free, which is awesome, right? Back then, it's unheard of in Vegas, right? So got shots for free and just kept on drinking. I'm a lightweight. I'm actually I'm actually allergic to alcohol, so I don't process it well. Yeah, it sucks. That's another story. I learned that in college because I couldn't build up my tolerance. But anyways, so I like I got super drunk at the club, and then I lost my friends. I didn't realize I lost my friends because I was hanging out. I was like talking to these people, right? A group of people, and they were super friendly. It wasn't that big of a group. I would say it was a group of like five people. It was like 4 girls and 1 guy, right?
Mhm.
And obviously the ratio was off. It was pretty easy for me to just start talking to them. And then they say, "Hey, we are over at Treasure Island. We're staying at Treasure Island." I was like, "Okay, cool." It's like, "Hey, do you want to come with us?" And I was like, "We're gonna drink some more." Just because the club was kind of dying down a little bit. It was like at 2-3 a.m. in the morning. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm down. I'm down." I didn't realize this. That I said yes, but I thought I was saying yes to my friends because I was really drunk. I was like, "Yeah, I'm down. I'll go with you guys." So what ended up happening was I ended up going with them to Treasure Island, and I kind of blacked out a portion of it because I actually don't remember much. Because I went to Treasure Island, I remember going to a room, and then I didn't really do anything. I don't think I really did anything other than talk because they were also really drunk too. So when I came to, there were like maybe 3 girls on the bed, and then my belt was missing. My belt was missing. And then I was just like, all right. I was like, what the hell's happening here? Who the hell are these people, right? I have no idea who the hell these people are.
So these aren't your friends?
No, they were not my friends. I looked at my phone, and my phone had over like, I think it was like 40 text message from my friends. Like, where the hell are you? Like, we can't find you. We're gonna go home. Like, where the hell are you?
It's a suicide run, dude. Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, where are you? Right? And then
so wait, whose room were you in?
Dude, I have no idea. I don't know whose room I was in. So anyways, I was like, I was looking around for my belt, and I was like, I can't fucking find my belt. And I was like, I'm missing my belt. I was like, am I missing anything? I was like, no, I have my wallet. I have my cell phone. I'm just missing my belt. Where the fuck is my belt? Right? Couldn't find it. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. I was like, hey, I'm at Treasure Island, and they're like, how the hell are you there? I was like, dude, I have no idea, but I'm coming over right now. It's like, all right, we'll wait for you in front of, I think it was Mirage or something. I don't remember what it was, which hotel was. But anyways, as I was coming down, the security was like, hey, are you missing a belt? And I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I am. How do you know?
How does security have it? Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's like, well, I was like, you have to tell me, how do you know? He's like, well, I have your belt. Here's your belt. And he's like, I was like, okay, what happened, right? So he told me, he's like, well, you came back with a group of people. Like, it was like, he said it was like 4 girls and a guy. And then the girls were getting a little bit frisky with you, but then you were like pushing them off, right? So they started tugging on your clothes, and then one of them removed your belt and threw it like out the elevator
to save your virtue.
And I was like, I don't remember that. He's like, yeah, you were pretty drunk. Like, they were holding you up. I was like, huh. I was like, why did you let me through? He's like, I thought you were just with him.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool. So cool story. And I was just like, what? I don't remember any of this shit, right? So anyways, yeah, that was my drunk story.
That was the one time you got drunk. That's a pretty good. I mean, if I was going to get drunk one time, that's a pretty good story.
Well, let's hear about it, Chris.
I have many other drunk stories, but go ahead, Chris. It's your turn.
Yeah, Chris wants to tell one of his fun.
You know what?
Stories.
I don't know if we've got enough time.
Well, make it a short one.
Do we have any short ones?
Do the one about the frog.
Ooh, which one about the frog?
I don't know. Just save the show.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, it wasn't a total train wreck. I mean, it was. you know, I mean, it was long.
Did it involve you driving?
A lot of them did. I've never had a DUI.
Hold on, Patrick. We're whittling it down to one story,
which is amazing.
What's your fondest memory of being inebriated?
We don't have enough time for that one. I'll quote you though.
All right.
And well, we won't be able to tell the story though.
Okay.
We could just tease it maybe for next time because it's just too long.
Just tease it.
You said, and I quote.
He quotes.
Chris.
Here we go.
I think oh fuck, I did shit myself.
I shit myself, Patrick.
Allegedly.
It was pretty
No,
rapid.
he did. He really did. But
it was pretty rapid.
So we'll talk about that one next time. You know, that would have a lot of cleanup involved. There was a golf
There
cart.
wasn't that much cleanup involved.
There was a pool with a pork chop in it.
It was a bathtub.
A bathtub.
And there was no cleaning done.
So we could talk about, you know what, put that on the books. We'll talk about that next time. So we turned relax after work into drunk stories. Okay. Got it. Got it. Noted. Drunk stories next week.
We got some pics coming in from the peanut gallery. Jared, can we get those pics up?
I can send pics. You know what? If we got pics coming in of
topical subjects
for next week's topic, we should gather those. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Good idea.
Because we didn't have back in our day, I guess, we had a lot of pics that were taken on disposable cameras and shit.
That were disposed of.
That are very few and far between right now. It's not like we got today where we can send videos and shit
on the cloud.
On the cloud. On the cloud and whatnot.
Patrick knows how to do it, I bet.
Why would you say that?
Well, he's good at math.
That's true too. That's what you need to use the cloud, right? Is math skills. Is that what you're saying?
It's all vibrations.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's a good drunk story.
Hey, Patrick, this might be out of church, out of turn, but if you had any superpower, now I'm asking you this because I view you, the little I know about you, I view you as as a hero, like a good guy, like a big dude, right? Like who's doing what he's supposed to do, and he's got his savings account never goes under 12,000 or whatever. So what would if you could pick a superpower to have, what superpower would you pick? And obviously, the more important part of this question is why.
That's a hard one.
That's what she said.
But the one superpower I think that is okay. Let me ask you this: is it something that you believe is attainable, or do you think it's something that is unattainable?
It's just a pie in the sky kind of.
Yeah, it's not like
superpower.
It's not like a bumper sticker that says, "I'm a grandpa. What's your superpower?" Nothing
yeah, that's not a real superpower.
You know, we appreciate the grandparents, but that's not what we're not.
I'm a grandparent.
Yeah, I get it, man. It's cool. We're proud of you.
Yeah.
I would say
it's like a real deal superpower.
I would say
we're talking flight, right? We're talking
like flight or
X-ray vision,
the ability to hear in
perfect
darkness,
eternal life,
anything like that.
Yeah.
I would probably say it's you actually nailed it. It was eternal life.
Okay.
And the reason might be strange. I love learning. I love understanding how everything works. How like for example, how something as simple as how does a battery work to rocket science, literally. So I love learning how things work, and having the eternal life gives me the ability to learn everything about everything. So from the universe to life itself.
So eternal life.
Yeah.
Eternal life. Okay.
Yeah. How about you?
Man, I'd probably, I don't know, fly around, I guess, how about not sleeping? I would just never need to sleep. That way I could double my productivity and my enjoyment of life, the life that I do have.
It's bad vibes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a bad question. I think it's an ill ill-advised to ask that
So
question.
your superpower would be gaslighting.
It would be to suggest that we see what your superpower is.
Yeah.
Other than being a grandfather.
Good idea. First off, I'm a pet.
Yeah.
Secondly, I think my superpower would be to read minds.
Oof. Okay. It seems like I'd have a lot of drawbacks.
Yeah, probably not as many as yours. What was your superpower?
Flying.
Flying.
Flying's pretty dope, dude.
You ever think about
you gonna challenge flying?
You ever think about
my pick?
You ever think about the temperature up there?
Yeah, dude, you just put more clothes on, man.
How many clothes do you have?
What do you mean up there? Like the second floor, just flying around?
You're just gonna fly in the house?
I can fly to my way to work. You know.
Well, that's a really good superpower. I'm proud of you.
You should be proud of it. It's pretty popular, dude. I bet it's if you do
yours wasn't even as good as Patrick's.
Eternal life.
Well, here's the thing: if you have the superpower of flying, you wouldn't have to work. Think about that.
Well, yeah, I don't want to make flying my job, though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it already is.
What?
Yeah, you chose it. You pick. You get to fucking suffer the consequences.
You know what? I won't let anybody know. I'll just wear a mask.
I would like the ability to read minds of people. I would like the ability to read minds of people that I don't know. If I know them, I don't want to read their mind.
That wasn't me. I'll just take my mask off. They won't know.
Only people that I don't know.
Okay.
Why is that?
Well, I don't want to hear about like if it was people I knew, then it would just be all about like
it'd be weird.
It would be like, oh my God, Jeremiah's legs are so powerful, his thighs and his calves.
Yeah.
And it would just be an endless onslaught of fucking positive things about me. I just want to hear like some of the negative things too, you know?
Sure.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I feel like your friends are going to be the most honest people, right?
Yeah, but nobody questioned your fucking superpower of living forever. Don't you think you're going to be lonely?
I'm already lonely.
I didn't say that.
About that.
I didn't say that, Patrick. That was him. It was all him.
I said
he's the one being racist.
So speaking of that, I am actually curious.
Yeah.
So my current wife and I, we've been married for I think it's coming on 18 years now.
And she's very lovely.
And then I was married before that, so I've not really been in the dating. I'm on the scene, right?
I don't covet her, but she's lovely.
Okay. Yeah, she is. Yes. So for like 20 years, I guess. So I don't know. Things are a lot different. What's the dating scene like now compared to when it was?
It's like this. It's all digital.
20 years ago.
Nailed it right there.
Is that it?
You're
just looking at your phone?
It's so the dying art of picking up girls is no longer in this generation, right?
Right.
That you see, right? Normally you would go to a bar, go to a club, and then you have pickup lines and so forth. And
what was your pickup line 20 years ago?
Don't laugh at me. It's very.
Well, we're laughing at you.
I know, man. I know it's going to be. I know, man.
And I'll laugh at him too. And
I was like, "Do you believe in love at first sight, or do I need to pass your head?"
Oh, it's not even funny. Oh my God.
Wait. How many times did that work?
That hurts, actually.
Oh
my God, you said
that. Once. It was so cheesy. It was so cheesy.
Bad. The cringe.
It started out cheesy.
Dude, the cringe is killing me right now.
It's
you
fine,
said that to a real person?
Yeah. I would really want a club and say that. And then
do you believe in love at first sight?
Are you gonna walk by you again? Dude, it's one of like the first pickup lines I've seen. And I was just like, oh, that sounds awesome.
All right, here, I'll give you my best pickup line.
Oh my God.
Okay?
That was rough, dude. Thank you for sharing.
Now pretend you're a woman.
Okay.
And just be open-minded, okay?
All right.
All right, hold on, bear with me.
Okay, let's hear it.
What an auspicious day to be beset by your grace.
Yeah, that's awful.
Let Cupid's arrows lie dormant in his quiver, for your grace alone has stricken me to my core.
That's terrible.
All right.
That's never worked, has it?
Yeah, it's worked.
Some professional help. You need professional help.
What did he say? Say it again.
Let me go and see if there's some help out there. Some professional help. You need professional help.
Yeah, you definitely need some professional help, man.
All right, all the ladies in the comments, just comment about how the Riz that I portrayed was far better than this guy or that guy's Riz.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a very good linguist. If you get my drift.
Yeah, I think if you,
I'm very cunning.
Yeah, we got the joke.
Well, some didn't get it, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I thought, I think if it's,
oh, my mom's watching.
That's what I was thinking. It seems like,
sorry, Mom.
If you approach, a possible partner, today, the way we did 20 years ago, like pickup lines, you pick them up. You probably get, you're more likely to get tased, probably. I would imagine.
Probably.
Like, whoa, why are you even talking to me?
Well, also you got to read the room. I mean, you're not going to go in there with my eloquent fucking
bro.
Riz
I've seen you read
in
rooms.
a fucking.
You're not a very good room reader
at the fucking redneck bar.
You're like
it's not going to work.
Bull in a china shop.
Yeah, and I'm taking what I want.
Yeah,
sorry, Mom.
That's completely different than what. Yeah, that's different though.
I don't know how to hit on people. How about that?
Yeah, well, sometimes it works though.
Yeah, sometimes all the time, motherfucker.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. No, thank you.
All right, what were you saying about Chris?
I was just curious how the dating scene was. I mean, how people find mates in 2025.
Honestly, I think
and the differences between.
I think I need to go back to the old school and just go somewhere and meet somebody, as opposed to like putting an effort into something that might not be there,
like a bio or something. Like put a bio on your like app or whatever.
Yeah, it could be a bio. It could be like the way she's dressed.
Do you guys have dating apps?
I have one, but
what's your bio? I want to see your bio. Dude.
I don't think I finished my bio. Maybe that's why I'm not getting any hot pics.
Let me see it, man.
Yeah, right.
I want to see this shit.
I don't think I did my bio.
Let me see your fucking bio, dude.
Right. It's on Facebook.
Oh my god.
It's on Facebook.
Let me see this shit.
I don't really pay attention to it too much.
Okay, whatever.
All right, let's see. I don't know how to get to it. Hold on.
Do you believe in love at no way?
I don't know how to get to it. Oh, here we go.
Let me see.
There's Tanya.
Oh, Tanya, she's 49.
Yeah, but she looks like she's got some serious fucking issues.
She likes you though. Well, so she must have.
No, X her out.
No, I don't want to click anything.
Just X her out.
Okay. Now where do I see? Oh my god.
Yeah, X her out too.
She's got my name though.
Well, she's probably has some issues.
I don't want to see any of these people. I want to see. Oh my
X her
god.
the fuck
How
out.
are you 47?
X her.
How are you 47 and have braces?
She's got like a man in every port. No, she's a victim.
A man in every port.
She's a redneck.
Well, you guys need to share.
Oh yeah,
see?
Put it up on
these
the
are
show.
These are other people though. I don't. These are people that are trying to match with Jerry. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's not really.
Oh, she's adorable.
She looks like she's got fucking daddy issues.
I want to see your fucking profile, man.
Hold on, let me see. She's recovering addict. No good. Can't have two in one. She's fucking haggard looking.
Okay, all right.
No offense.
None taken.
Oh, she could be something.
I was thinking the exact opposite, but okay.
Well, she just looks like she doesn't give a fuck.
Nobody
about
could see that, dude.
Oh, cute dog.
I just want to see your profile, man.
Okay.
Where do I do that?
Well, X her out.
How about I just go back here?
X her out.
How about this? Dating profile. You're just trying to.
There's all my pics.
Preview profile. Oh my! Not too serious. A&P mechanic.
Yeah. Not yet. Let's see. I
thought you dropped out of high school. Did you get a GED?
I got a GED.
Yeah,
they don't check on it. So
that's it.
Well, there's some pictures in there.
Visual arts, mammals, pop music, country music, folk music. What the fuck?
I'm not into country music.
Why is it all on here like this?
No, that maybe is something that they try to add on there.
Here we go. There's Jerry. There's Jerry's profile pic. Looks a lot more attractive than he does when it. Yeah,
very nice.
You can't smell a picture. You know what I'm saying? So all right, cool.
I took a shower the other day.
Oh my god.
What does that mean? The most not too serious A&P mechanic.
Yeah, I'm kind of silly.
What's an A&P mechanic?
Airframe and power plant.
How the fuck would anybody know that? much less a female.
Well, the people who know.
No,
Yeah, exactly.
doesn't know what that means. I'm sorry.
Here's
Well,
me with
obviously
some
he's
other
trying
women.
to date people that only knows that, right? So
Here's me on a 50 cal. Look at those muscles,
Nice.
Patrick. Would you let me hug you from behind at the club?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, fucking catfish Jerry over here with the fake news. Oh, come on, you can't show him. Oh my god,
Sexy. Don't look, Mom. Mom, don't look. Look
Very
at that.
nice picture.
5'11", son. Watch out.
All
right.
I tell you what. Why don't we? So you're having a hard time with that, from what I understand.
I'm not having a time of it. I don't care about it. I hopped on it one day when I was depressed or something, and then ended up keeping it. And I go there every now and again and flip through stuff and X out a lot of them because they all have issues that are not pertaining to me.
I don't know if you guys are game or down for this, because this was not on. Most of this wasn't on the agenda. Would you be interested in?
Yes.
All right, it's a done deal. So Jerry's going to update his profile. He's going to send it to Jared. And then Patrick, you send yours to Jared, and we'll just do an on-air comparison of the two profiles.
Well, did we ask?
Whoa, well, you said yes already.
Yeah, did we ask Patrick if he had a dating profile doth?
Does Patrick have a dating? How many dating profiles does Patrick have?
How many you got?
I'm going to guess 3.
4.
He's thinking of 4.
4.
You got to get on the app that tells you how many subscriptions you have and when you have to cancel them, because you probably have more than 4.
No, I have a. I can name all the dating profiles off the top of my head right now.
Let's go.
Bumble, Hinge, Coffee Meets Bagel, Facebook.
What about Grindr?
No,
Grindr.
You got to go on Grindr, man, whether you're gay or not. I'm on Grindr.
I'm good on Grindr.
You're like the top.
He's all
top guy.
He's all grinded out.
Not even close.
Okay, well, that was fun. I was not expecting this. So let's plan to do it. You're going to do that. You said yes, right?
Yeah, I'm down. What do I have to do?
Just update your profile.
Well, just text me. I don't know.
You're going to fuck this up.
Yeah.
We're gonna show up next week, and you'll be like, "Do what?
What was I supposed to do?
Oh, we're gonna talk about superpowers or something like that." You're gonna forget that you're supposed to do this.
Tell me what I'm supposed to do.
Update your fucking profile, and then they take a snapshot of it and send it to Jared.
Well, Tina told me she wasn't fond of having other women on my pics that I had on
Tina?
my profile. My ex.
So who gives a shit?
Well, maybe I shouldn't have pictures of Rachel and.
No, just the bio thing, man. Not your fucking photo. Your people's faces.
You think it'll work?
Who knows, man?
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
Maybe you can get 2 Ds like Patrick.
I wouldn't mind 2 Ds. I forgot my mom's watching.
Yeah, too late.
Sorry, Mom.
All right, cool. So you get high after work. Patrick, what do you do when you come home from work?
Probably does more work.
I'm gonna get. Well, no, I already know.
Yeah, I pretty much do more work.
Oh, hold on. Let's. Can you guess?
I can.
You don't know. I kind of have an idea because me and Patrick know each other.
He schedules a self-pleasure session for later in the evening.
Did not have that on the list.
That's the first thing. Then he gets a cup of juice.
What kind?
Some weird
prune juice.
Yeah, like prune juice or something.
Prune juice.
Or pomegranate juice.
Pomegranate, good one. Yeah.
Some sort of weird juice that nobody ever has and that like you have to actually go look for.
Does it have like a lot of electrolytes in it or something?
A lot of electrolytes. And then he does a little more work to catch up because he only
like work.
Yeah, he does some work that he forgot or maybe that he put off. And so that's
he doesn't put things off.
Well, he puts it off until he's off. And then he does it.
Okay.
He works off the clock, basically.
Yeah.
And then maybe he checks his dating profiles and his social medias.
And this is a routine.
Yeah. And then he probably has the bowel movement. Probably very solid.
No, I'm with you, man. You're right on. You're probably right on.
Well coagulated movement.
Okay.
That floats. It does not sink at all. Right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And then maybe he unwinds with a glass of wine, but it's probably non-alcoholic.
Okay. Non-alcoholic juice then?
Yeah,
some more juice.
More juice.
Some more juice. Okay.
Then he checks. He checks in with his family members, mostly his nieces and nephews, because he loves them the most. And then he'll crash out with maybe watching his show that he watches.
Okay, what do you say, Patrick? How close was he?
Pretty far. Pretty far.
Pretty
far.
close to the truth.
Pretty far from the truth. Pretty far from the truth.
Except for the first part.
So first of all, I don't drink anything. I usually don't drink anything other than water. Like I'll drink sparkling water, but I don't drink anything sugar.
That would have been my guess. Yeah.
That was just an idea. It wasn't like exact.
Okay.
Okay, I do drink. I drink water.
I called,
but I drink alkaline water because it's better for you. But I generally just unwind by coming back home, making dinner. Unfortunately, after dinner, I go back to work. Working some more.
Nailed that.
So you got that
pretty
one.
close
you
to the truth,
right? Yeah. But then if I'm not working, I generally try. I read a book or I catch up. No, I do not.
That sounds like a yes.
Very astute. No.
Pretty defensive.
I read a book.
Air quotes. Read a book. Nobody reads books.
Well, I have a Kindle beside my bed. I literally read a book all the time. So
does your Kindle have incognito mode?
No, it does not.
Oh, so you know.
Because it doesn't exist.
I do it with a hand the other way.
Is your mom watching?
Oh, sorry, Mom.
You keep on forgetting that.
Oh, so hold on, Patrick. Someone's got a very topical subject. The whole thing about the gorilla and the 100 men. Rich fat guy. That's Maya. That's my son. That's my firstborn son. He wants to know if you could fight a gorilla instead of beating off when you get off work.
That's not what that says.
Basically,
it's kind of the same.
I can see it too, right?
I would say it's got to be 100 men, man. I mean, unless they're, if you swarm them, you all attack at once.
All right, you pick.
Yeah.
You pick the amount of men you want, no matter how many it is, whether it's 1 million or 1,000 or whatever.
I'm just replying to the comment.
But you get to choose how many gorillas do you think you could beat off before the balance was offset.
It's funny you say how many men could you beat off, because
how many gorillas could you beat? How many silverbacks could you beat off?
It reminds me of something.
You can count on Maya for bringing the topical situation because he knows stuff.
Yeah, this T-shirt right here.
You don't show me. Show the camera.
Look at that T-shirt.
Beat off 100 men. I could probably beat off 100 men.
Yeah, I'll send this to Pat. I'll send this to you, Jared. You can pop it up on the screen.
Patrick's really excited about seeing it.
It's pretty good.
It's a good shirt, Patrick.
It's ready. And it's topical.
It's very topical. This is the trending hashtag on
yeah, no, I saw it. Yeah, I did see it.
On the TikTok right now.
Is it a TikTok? Yeah. It's a good shirt. I sent this. It looks like an Eric shirt.
Eric could probably beat off like 4
Eric's probably
men.
wearing that shirt right now.
Eric could probably beat off like 4 men before he was overtaken.
Yeah, it should go on your dating profile. This shirt. You should wear this shirt in your
Nah, women don't like that kind of stuff.
Is that who
somebody thought that I should add it?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Next subject. Next topic.
Next
Amanda.
Next
Amanda Gwynn.
Next subject.
Next tubbies.
Yeah. So
so like 4 gorillas, you think?
I'm thinking I could. Are we saying like to completion?
Well, at least pre-com. Sorry, Mom.
I'm gonna have to go with 0 on this one,
dude. I could do like 18, guaranteed. I'd be double fisting too. Yeah. I can grab them from the back, grab them from the front, do sides, everything.
I'll reach around and find out.
Yeah, reach around and find out. I can get
Raffo.
I'll add that to my dating
Raffo?
profile. Reach around and find out.
There it is.
I'll be beating his chest like this. Oh!
All right, there we go. All right. I don't know if Jared's still with us. I had a couple of things that I wanted to pull up because when I come home from work, I pretty much just play video games. That's kind of kind of what I do. So this week in video games,
I used to live here.
that's true. Yeah, you live right over there in that room with a padlock on it.
It was a Jim Crow room.
And a couple of things that are going on right now. There's a lot of stuff going on in the industry. One of which is the announcement that the Xbox has been the prices have jacked up because of the tariffs. So we had a
Thanks, Obama.
we had
I'll add that to my dating
I had
profile.
the pricing sent over that shows it, so I don't know if we could put it up on the screen. And I also have a video of a game right now that's just blowing up. It's called
Huge.
It's a Claire Obscure Expedition 33. It was a development team, the main development team of like 30 people.
It's like 30 people was involved with it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think if you look at the credits, it's probably about 100 and something with all the, there's
No, I just mean like the base.
but the
people.
base developers, the development staff is about 30 people. So
30 or so.
yeah, for them to generate like a game of the year candidate is pretty special.
And be actually in
yeah.
contention.
Yeah, I mean, it's all anybody's talking about. It's got like a 94 user score on Metacritic. It's the highest. It could be one of the highest rated games of all time on Metacritic.
And that's equated to
Okay, yeah. So there's the pricing right now for the where they went, where Xbox has gone.
And it's because of the tariff.
This is all because of tariffs. We understand that these changes are challenging and that they were made with careful consideration given market conditions and the rising cost of development. Looking ahead, we continue to focus on offering more ways to play more games across any screen and ensuring value for Xbox players, unquote, from Microsoft. So right now, an Xbox Series S was $300. Now it's $380. You go all the way up to the 2 terabyte Galaxy Special Edition, which is just an Xbox Series X.
It's almost a third markup.
With 2 terabytes. That's more than a PS5 Pro now. It went up from $600 up to $730.
Might as well call it a tariff bite.
You know what I'm saying? It's got all the tariff bites. Now, the
A lot of tariff red flags.
I would understand. I would if anybody's in the market for a console, I would recommend grabbing a PS5 now if you don't have one, because I'm sure this is coming later for PS5 also.
Yep.
It's just a matter of time. Xbox is jumping ahead of it because there's less Xboxes already in America.
And that's because it's an inferior product.
Well, it sells like
allegedly.
I
I don't want to make any statements that's going to get us
a console flame war. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's easy to do anyway. I mean, those guys are going to fight
because everyone knows it's an inferior.
I mean, it is, but it's part of this by proxy. Okay,
Yeah, you can't have the best, which would be like a Sony PlayStation, and without the worst.
So realistically,
because it wouldn't mean anything.
It's been outsold by PlayStation like 3 or 4 to 1. So there's plenty of PlayStations that are already here. So that
4 to 1.
They're yes. So their pricing hasn't gone up, and then yet, but we expect it to, unless of course we don't know if the tariffs are going to come back down again because it's different every day. But
Trump's going to die anyway.
All right, man. If you're in the market for a console, I would recommend a PS5 anyway, but now it's like a no-brainer.
There's a lot of PC guys out there that are waiting for their turn to like be the forerunner.
If you can,
where are they going to be?
I recommend having both. I recommend having a PC and a console, preferably a PS5. It's got exclusives on it that
Patrick doesn't seem like he has a PC for gaming. He seems like he's a console guy, and that's it.
You get that from
Patrick. What do you say?
So right now, yeah, I have a console, but I also have a PC game or a PC, or I guess a gaming computer. But it's been a while since I built one. So.
Well, that's what I meant. I didn't mean exact. I just meant like the idea of it.
I prefer gaming on a PC. I've always preferred that.
Yeah.
But console is just easy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you start it up. You're gaming, you're done with it, you turn it off, right? And that's it, pretty much. Gaming on a PC, you're a little bit more involved, right? It's not just I'm just gonna fire it up, right? You have to tweak your settings. You have to.
It's always fucking something.
You have to optimize. Yeah, you have to optimize your game. And at the end of the day, I mean, it looks amazing. I mean,
Mhm.
better than obviously what you can see on TV. But the problem is, it takes time to get there, right? So just because right now I'm way too busy with my life, I don't have time to deal with that. So it's much easier to just, hey, fork out $450, buy a console, call it a day.
Yep.
Fire it up, play your game, and then you're done, turn it off, you're good to go. Right.
Yeah, one thing that happens when you come home from a long, a day of work, and then you fire up your PC. Like I have my PC right here; it's set up right next to my PlayStation. I play it like a console. Like I use a controller. I don't use a keyboard and mouse. You come home, you just want to turn on your system and play your fucking game after you work all day. And then sometimes you'll come home and you turn on your PC and it's like, oh shit, I don't have sound for some reason. And then it's like you dicking around with some settings and something gets updated that you didn't know about. Now you got it. Yeah, right, exactly. And then you got to, and then you spend 15 minutes dicking around with it, and then you just restart the thing and it works all of a sudden. That's all you had to do. It's just annoying. It's annoying.
It's an inferior product.
It's just annoying.
Well, you remember what's his name? The big guy who got shot in the head in the car at the Shady Grove or whatever. Shady Grove Metro.
What are you talking about?
FK Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy?
The guy who got shot.
Yeah, what about him?
Yeah, it's like he was like, give me convenience or give me death. What he was talking about was give me console or give me death. Death being a PC because it's like,
okay.
It's not as convenient as a console.
That's why okay.
Well, John Hinckley was all about the new fucking.
John Hinckley was totally different.
It was a different guy then.
That was your guy. Your guy, Reagan.
Not my guy.
Yeah.
Nixon was my man.
Oof.
Nixon was like a Genesis.
Okay.
Couldn't be beat.
Yeah. So yeah, I would think if anybody's interested in getting into gaming or getting into consoles, I would suggest looking at the PlayStation now before those prices get jacked up.
And I think Monday's the day for the Chinese tariffs, right?
Oh, I don't know. The Xbox prices are up now. Like they've changed the pricing.
I think that's preemptive, but the actual tariffs are going to go into effect on Monday from China. And he bypassed the little thing like where you can just buy like a little trinket and it can go under the radar. That's gone now too. So if you want some
where did Patrick go? There he is.
Patrick?
There he is. There's our guy.
Oh, sorry. For some reason, yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. So I didn't want to. I could turn this. I don't want to turn this into like a gaming channel, But every week I'm gonna have shit to say about gaming. So
despite what the rest of us have to say about it,
yeah. I mean, you can tell me to shut up whenever you want. That's fine because I could do this all day. But I do have a brief clip of Claire Obscure 33 that we can play. I think this is going to be up your alley, Patrick. I don't show a lot of the gameplay here, but it's like an old school. It's basically Final Fantasy VII, but like the original. Like it's a turn-based RPG, three character team.
Potion.
There are potions. Yeah, there are some
elixir.
Potions.
Buy gold.
Chroma. Yeah, we'll go with Chroma to buy equipment and stuff.
To get different types of equipment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got Chroma.
Yeah,
Chroma for days, son.
For more than one day.
So I guess Jared, if you're ready, we're ready. When you are to roll clip. I actually recorded this from my YouTube channel.
I'm really proud of you.
It was hard. It was difficult.
No,
it took a lot of work.
I'm so proud of you.
1 second, let me pull it up.
It's a pretty neat game, man. It's I mean, if you look it up, it's if you look up any gaming websites, it's the only thing that anybody's talking about right now. It's because it came out last week.
It's blowing up.
It's blowing up. People won't stop talking about it.
Everyone's fucking talking about it.
You want to make out? Nah. Your mom's watching.
Mom, don't watch. Well, watch, but don't watch the bad parts.
So as an update, yeah, Jerry's only here because
Chris doesn't have a pressure regulating valve on his house.
Yeah, because he can't fix anything for more. Everything he fixes breaks in a week, so he just comes over here every Saturday and refixes stuff that he fixed the week before.
I usually get free beer out of it. Last week I had a very, very luxurious meal.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that was really good.
There was some vegetables in it, some rice, some sort of meat.
It was a farm. Those were farm fresh eggs that we got from my mom's house.
There were farm fresh eggs on it.
Yep. You didn't eat it, but that's fine.
I ate a lot of it.
You ate everything but the farm fresh egg.
I didn't eat the egg.
No.
He kept hounding me to take it upstairs, and I was just like, "Well, I don't eat a lot at a time. I gotta eat a little bit."
Yeah, you kept telling me, "Oh, I'm going to finish that." Like, you're not. Just fucking put it in the sink, dude.
Then he bullied me into taking it upstairs, so
You know
I couldn't
me.
even finish it. Well, I guess. Does anyone have any comments or questions? Anybody watching?
Yeah,
especially our top guys.
Itinerant Gamer wants us to make out already.
We're not making out. Is that Jeff?
I don't know.
Jeff, we don't. Everyone outside of Florida doesn't behave the same way as people in Florida.
That's like a different time zone, isn't it?
It might as well be. It's the penis of the country.
Speaking of coworkers, I had
it's the dingle of the country, the dingle dangle.
There was this this young lady that worked for me at that new company, and PCM, yeah,
PCM,
and she would call to get bids, and a lot of times we do work for the company in Falky in Florida, and so she's calling the subs in Florida, and she looks up. I used to fuck with her all the time because she was dumb as rocks. I would ask her a question, and then I would just like, I'd be behind her, and I would ask her a question, and I would just like walk away. I asked her like a dumb question with that requires like a long response.
Like, are you supposed to play with matches?
And then I would just walk away, and she'd start talking. So one time she looks up and she's like, she had this like deep voice.
Like she smoked or
no, just like a deep voice. And she's like, "What time is it in Florida?" And we're on the East Coast, so we have the same time zone. I'm like, oh man, this one's a lost cause, man.
Dumb as a rock.
Is this it? I think we got it.
It's very cryptic.
Get ready.
Jesus, this is scary.
You're old. How did you survive the Gommage? Which expedition are you from?
Jesus Christ, it's pretty dope.
Fall back! Stop! Come on, we need to go! He's not following. Puta! What the fuck? Who the fuck was that?
Meld! What do we do now?
Regroup at the rally point. The indigo tree.
Time, bro. Okay.
Come on! Move! Fucking snap out!
Jeez.
think that's the fiber.
The fiber, yeah.
Is the gameplay?
Just a little bit to the next cutscene. There was like a little segue where you started doing like some tutorial shit. But I thought this was kind of interesting too.
This is the aftermath.
Yeah, basically, it's, yeah, of that beachhead, yeah. That's it. Yeah, so it's pretty good, man. It's got like a lot of a lot of adult themes. It's just good, man. It's really good.
Like heavy petting.
Not that adult, more like the violence. Not the stuff that you're into. Like the stuff. None of that's in there.
Like the uncle stuff.
None of the unk stuff, bro. Sorry, might not be free. It's not. It's not GTA 5. There's no heists. There's no heists, so it's not like GTA 5 or anything. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. It's because it's a smaller dev team, it's like a $50 game. It's not like a full price, like $70, $80 game or anything. About 40, 50 hours maybe.
Sounds like a good value.
It's a great value. Yep. It's on Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, it's
I have an Xbox.
Or a PC.
Oh, I have PlayStation.
Or a PC though.
It's the
I know.
Top of the line stuff.
It is top of the line. Yeah.
Hey, Patrick, let's try out your topic.
What's my topic?
That's a good question. Well, let's do this. Something's been on your mind for the past couple weeks, and something's been giving you synchronicity and what's the C word? That means like a coincidence. You've had a couple coincidences over the past couple weeks. Can you tell us about that?
I don't have too many coincidences, unfortunately, because it's all work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't actually been going out much because it's been pretty crazy. But I'll give you one example. So I'm actually here back in California, right?
Yep.
I was not planning on coming back to California until probably another few more months. But it was a perfect situation where I came back. It's kind of a coincidence, I guess. My aunt is having her 80th birthday, so this weekend, and I was not planning on going to that, but I was like, you know what? If tickets are cheap enough, like plane tickets are cheap enough, I'll consider it, right? Sure. And I was able to get my tickets for a round trip for about $102, so wasn't too bad. Oh, yeah. So I was like, that is cheap. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come back. Well, perfect timing. There was a guy that was selling. So I'm a really big car guy, right? And I have a Honda Insight that kind of needs a little bit of work. My hybrid battery kind of died. Well, online there was this guy that was getting rid of his hybrid battery pack for really cheap, like $400. So, and normally those go for about $2,000.
Oh, and shit.
So I was like, perfect timing. I was like, hey, I'll pick it up right now. Like, I'm here in California. I wouldn't be able to pick it up if I wasn't here in California. And I was like, I'll pick it up right now. And obviously his DMs blew up. I picked it up before anybody else did. Was able to get that battery pack because now I'm able to fix my car. But on top of that, I have another car where my friend helped me bring back from Houston to California, or Southern California, another car part for my other car, and he said, "Hey, can you pick it up this weekend?" I was like, "Dude, I didn't have to bother anyone. I was able to pick it up too." So I picked up my
me.
Yep.
huge coincidence. And last minute, I guess there's a lot of coincidences. Last minute, my friend decided to host a baby sprinkle for her second baby.
Well, yeah. What is a baby sprinkle, dude?
So you know what baby shower is, right?
Yeah.
It's for baby shower is for the first child. Baby sprinkle is the second child.
Why is the
I've had more than one
multiple
kid, and there were
baby
always
showers?
baby
Yeah.
showers.
Is there?
That's LA shit.
Is this some?
That's LA
Is this some
shit.
West Coast bullshit?
Yeah,
man?
that's some West Coast. I don't wear hoodies.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. They just call it a
that's
sprinkle.
probably it. They don't wear hoodies
It's
on
called
the West
sprinkle.
Coast.
Patrick doesn't even own a hoodie.
Do you own a hoodie in Houston or Southern California?
I do.
Just one.
Just one though. Just a
Multiple hoodies.
What? I don't know, man.
This BS.
He's full of shit. This guy.
Are you saying if I wear in Southern California
that you didn't have that were actually coincidences?
What?
Yeah, when I asked him about coincidences, he said, "I don't really have any." Oh, actually, wait, I have this one, but actually, it's two. Oh, wait, actually, it's a lot.
Well, it sounds like you made money just by going to visit your aunt.
Yeah, actually,
Basically, it made money.
I mean, it was all perfect timing. So I was like, yeah, pretty much. Now I could get my car back on the road.
Yeah,
I don't have to get someone else to pick up my car part. I'm able to participate in my friend's baby sprinkle.
I don't like. Can you just call it a shower, please?
All right, baby shower.
Well, so you saved all that money. Did you get your aunt a nice gift for her 80th birthday?
Yeah, we just got her. Well, my family pulled together money and just going to give her a red envelope, essentially.
What's in the envelope?
Money.
Oh,
red envelope. Yeah, it's a Asian. I guess it's an Asian thing. You get red envelopes during like New Year's and so forth, but also like events where it's like a wedding. You would give money instead of getting actual gifts. So, but you put money into a red envelope and usually use brand new bills. You have to use brand new bills. You cannot use used bills. It signifies wealth and so forth. Yeah.
Are they okay? I didn't know that either. Yeah. So are they sequential or non-sequential?
They prefer sequential. But yeah. It's a whole.
So this
thing.
This is Asian, or is this a particular Asian?
A particular Asian
culture?
I would say it's probably like it definitely came from China. I'll tell you that. The origin came from China. Okay. But I know that like the Vietnamese culture does it as well as the Taiwanese culture. So I'm Taiwanese. Taiwanese culture, obviously the Chinese culture. But I don't know if I don't think it's not something that's done in Korea or Japan, from what I know.
Well, my mother lives in North Carolina.
Okay. All right. Thanks for sharing.
Yep.
That's good.
Yeah. So it's
hard to respond to that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so that's essentially what we're getting. So we're just pulling some of the or my mom already went to the bank and got some brand new cash, and we're gonna give it to her as part of the birthday gift.
And that goes into a rent envelope, so she can pay her rent.
A red envelope.
Red.
Yeah.
Red envelope. Yeah.
Not a rent.
She's not allowed to use it for rent.
She could use it for whatever she likes.
Might as well call it a rent envelope then, I guess.
I'm so high right now.
Yeah.
not as high as I could be.
Well, I mean, we can
get high.
You can wrap it up, yeah, if you want.
I'm having a good time.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, it's been an hour and a half.
All right.
Yep.
Well, let's do closing notes then.
Closing notes. Okay.
So I can tell you this: if you're piss poor, it means that you collect your family's urine to sell to the tannery. That's what it means by being piss poor, because they use the urine to tan the hides.
Good to know. There we
Cool fun fact.
do that. We could set up a
Urine station.
urine station. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We could set up that as a topic for next week if you want.
Okay.
You know, just
About
like
urine.
about phrases and things.
Oh,
Yeah. Or we could have a whole thing about urine, whatever you want to do.
I know it gets stinky after a couple days.
How do you know that?
I smelled it.
Okay, so urine next week. Got it.
I'll be in next week.
All right, got it right there. Okay. Anything else for your closing thoughts?
Yeah, everything went pretty good.
Good.
I think we have some bugs to work out still, but I think everything went pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's you know, we're learning how to do this. You know. Yeah, I agree. Just I think everything went well too.
Yeah.
What about you, Patrick? You got anything? Any closing thoughts?
No, other than you know, obviously this channel is we're still learning as we go. If you have any feedback, let us know. Topics that you would like us to discuss, let us know. We are open and willing to discuss anything that is not too let's just say not too political.
Not too divisive.
Yeah, that's a better word. That's a better word. But yeah, open to feedback. Just let us know, and yeah, see you on next week.
Awesome. Well, should we check in with the listeners to see if they have any feedback right now?
What about me? You guys want to check in with me?
Man.
Christian, what are your thoughts?
Yeah.
I guess we could check in with Jared too.
What am I? Chopped liver?
Chopped steak.
Chop suey?
Hustle.
King of the chops over here. Yeah, I think it went well. I mean, it was fun. We can you know always grow. I think the more viewers that we get too, the more input that we get from the viewers. You know, we grow on that. We feed on that. You know, I think it's a lot of fun, and that's what matters. You know?
FUN.
You know, FUN is good.
Are you in yet?
No, we don't. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know about none of that, man.
All right, Chris, Jared, let's check in with Jared and see what he has to say. Jared, our loyal behind the scenes guy.
It was good. Enjoyed it, and you guys will have a nice little treat at the end.
Oh, boy.
Let's hear it. Let's see it.
Last
week was a home run.
Wait, should we check in with viewers first?
After you say your goodbyes, I will play the video, and that will end the stream. So I'll let you guys do your thing. I'm gonna say sorry, not.
Okay. Well, I just want to. Let's see it.
That's about me then.
Let's see. It could be about me.
I doubt it. Your haircut is so perfect.
Let's take a look. All right. Well, goodbye, everybody.
If you guys don't have nothing to say, then hold your peace until next week.
Yeah.
We're gonna see the funny thing Jared made now. I love you guys. Thanks for coming.
Thank you all.
Hey, love you.
This one goes out to the kind of love you can't quite label. Jerry and Christian, just bros. Yo, I call him when I'm feeling down. He shows up tequila in a nightgown. Nah, I'm playing. It's just his vibe, but sometimes he winks like it's more than a tribe. We game, we drink, we watch rom-coms too, but he always chooses the ones with a kiss or two. And when we hug, it's a little too tight, ain't complaining, but something ain't feeling just right. We just bros, or are we some more? Sharing fries late nights and a little folklore. Not saying we banging, but I ain't saying no. It's got love, but the line kinda comes and goes. We just chillin', or is this fate? He knows my snacks, remembers my birthday. It ain't no label, just a heavy vibe. Is it bromance, or a love we trying to hide? Shaves my back, but that's just care. We share bath bombs, that's hygiene. I swear we ain't kissing. but our knees did touch and he didn't pull back, which says kinda much. He said I'm his favorite dude on earth, right after saying I'd carry a child at birth. It's all jokes, right? That's what bros do, but he bought us matching rings and shoes too. We just bros, or are we some more? He moaned once when I scratched his core. Not saying it's us, but it ain't no, it's a guy I love with a little extra woe. We just friends, soulmates tied. He wrote me a haiku under candlelight. Ain't no shame in the bond we made, but it gets real warm in that Fortnite case. Said, I love you, no homo. I said, same bro, cool promo. But then he smiled and bit his lip and I spilled my wine. Then he licked the drip. We just bros, or are we on the edge? He caught me staring when he bent to stretch. Not gay, not straight, just perfectly flawed in the gray zone, flirting with God. We just bros, or maybe it's fate. Either way, we still stay up late. No labels, just vibes and a story untold. Jerry and Christian, heart-shaped romance gold.